different.
Let's go to Tory Lanez. Canadian rapper has been sentenced officially now 10 years in prison. The sentence came down yesterday for shooting and wounding Megan Thee Stallion. If you do remember, it was after Kylie Jenner's pool party back in July of 2020. They were in a vehicle. The vehicle ends up getting pulled over because there was some sort of distress call. Originally, Megan Thee Stallion said she had stepped on glass. She was trying to defend everything there. Now, she also admitted in the courtroom that Tory had offered her $1 million to keep quiet about what happened, called her afterwards to apologize, claiming he was just too drunk, is what she said in the courtroom. Megan testified after now that Tory had fired the gun at the back of her feet and shouted for her to dance back in July of 2020. So the charges and what he was convicted of 3 felonies: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, discharging a firearm with gross negligence. He could have gotten up to 13 years. He did get 10 years from this. His family very distraught afterward. Lawyers and everybody saying, look, sometimes good people do bad things. Actions have consequences, and there are no winners in this case. Lawyers plan to appeal the conviction as well. So, Megan Thee Stallion did not go into court to give her impact statement during the sentencing, saying that she just was too traumatic to be around him. But don't take that as me not taking this whole situation seriously. So the judge definitely went pretty heavy with this one.
And apparently, Tory Lanez had pleaded for mercy just before the sentencing came down, asking for forgiveness, saying that, he has a son that he needs to be there for and so on. But these are the things that you got to think about, beforehand. And you think about all the people. I don't know if you noticed all the discussion online about this over the last couple of years, where people were on his side and completely washing away what Megan was saying and her trauma. Well, I guess justice has been served in a way for her.
I just hope that, again, he's a good dude. I met him at the beginning of his career. I watched his career go, and sometimes things happen. And unfortunately, he made a bad decision and did some bad things. You have to pay for that. Yep. And now people that will look at Megan and say, hey, why didn't you do such and such and such? It's not her job to protect him from what bad decision he made. Because I know there's backlash going on her. People are commenting under her posts and going at her about it.
He fired a weapon. He fired a weapon at a human being.
More than one time.
I think 10 years is light, if I'm being honest. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and say I saw every aspect of the trial. But the incident in question is highly, highly, highly dangerous, because there was several people in the vicinity there. Megan's very, very lucky. I have one question either, because I'm sure there's people watching who aren't familiar with where he stands in the culture. Like, if I were to ask you to list the top 10 MCs right now, like is Tory Lanez there? He's not there. He's talented.
He's talented.
But is he in that group?
I mean, I think over the last few years, he hasn't even really been able to do much musically because this has been kind of taking over his life. But, he was on his way.
Okay.
He was on his way, for sure.
Okay.
So, it's, again, as the judge said, no winners in this case at all.
I hope she can move on. That sounds like an extremely traumatic experience, especially if she wasn't comfortable telling the story initially.
Yeah.
That can't be a good place to be.
No, not at all.
That's quite something there.